What's up, gamers? Welcome to a brand new video from Old Trafford. We're gonna have a short gameplay as a background, and we're gonna talk about eFootball Pro Evolution Soccer 2020 and about how much it improved from the previous version, and also how it compares to FIFA mostly, and how it actually feels to play it as, you know, as a so-called football simulator, as opposed to like FIFA, which takes an arcade approach, which is more fast-paced and focuses a lot more on like actually just, you know, running through the field like mad and doing skill moves and fancy goals and stuff, while PES does focus a lot more on tactics and slow pace and, you know, actually building up your way to the goal, which is a lot harder and supposedly a lot more fun. But that's something that is rather debatable, and we've seen that. We've seen people actually questioning how enjoyable the game actually is, and I can tell you right away that it's a lot more enjoyable than it was before. Like, PES took like a very different approach from like 2014 to now. They've been aiming at like football simulation. They've been like slowing down the pace. 2016, 2017 it was still far too fast, and then they got it somewhat right. Oh, okay. That was unexpected. I'm playing on top player and somehow we scored. Wow. Okay. So there's Sadio Mane scoring right away. Right off the bat for their demise. Wow, Manchester United supporters might be so angry right now, which I don't blame them. I mean, imagine just getting destroyed like that in minute one, basically. Like, look at that. That's the fun part of PES, I would say. Like, you have a very nice tactical approach to it, you know, if you know what you're doing, if you pass the ball correctly, and if you know how football works, because we're not talking about like tiki-taka all over like people do in FIFA. Like, they run over pitch like crazy and pass the ball and hope to score, and sometimes it works, sometimes it does not work, while you have to actually build up. And PES, you need to, you know what you're doing and stuff. And there we go. Holy shit. Okay, is that top player? I don't know what's happening here. For real, I don't really know what's going on. Do I actually get pretty good when I'm playing and actually trying to speak English? That might be the reason, because I swear I'm playing on top player. And it's flowing very nicely. I'm actually surprised, because I usually struggle. I was like, okay, I'm gonna record this video, it's gonna be a draw, and then, you know, it's gonna be fun nonetheless, because we're gonna talk about the game and discuss about how you can actually fix it, because there's a problem. It's a little broken out of the box. You need to install a couple things like overlays and stuff to make it look a lot more like real life, as you know, the Sky Sports scoreboard stuff, some ad boards and kits, Premier League numbers, and you know, logos and stuff, which takes a little bit of time, which then again, you know, makes you think, because you pay like full price for it, like $60, and then you get basically a broken game. I mean, not broken, but it lacks the stuff. You gotta get the stuff for it, and it takes time, it takes work, so you're technically like paying more than $60, because the time you gotta spend on fixing it is actually a little overwhelming, but it's so worth it, because the game gets pretty solid, surprisingly enough. you can actually like make it enjoyable, which, I mean, coming from someone that has been trying to enjoy PES for so long and struggling because it's either like something's way too broken, like the full system, the collision system, and sometimes just the AI is just way too overpowered, way too inhuman. And now, like, I found a sweet spot where I can technically say I enjoy playing it, I have fun playing it, and it's insane. I mean, I can never believe that there would be one day when I would play PES again and say, holy shit, I'm actually having fun. Because most of the time, I was actually trying to fix something that was wrong, something that was broken, something that was off. Like, kit issues mostly, like getting numbers right, patches and stuff. And then in 2019, they got like the Evo switcher, which was amazing. They got like the EPL intros, the Champions League intro stuff, everything working just fine. I was blown away. But it wasn't quite the game's fault, actually. The game was pretty solid. Like PES 2019 with mods is pretty alright. It's not game's fault. It was my computer's fault. I had like an average computer, which would struggle a little bit with PES, and so I had a scary experience, temperature-wise mostly, because it was like making my GPU cry, which is not the case anymore. Now I got a proper graphics card and I can finally play the game as it's meant to be played. I'm actually enjoying it, and I tell you right away that PES 2020 with mods gets even better than PES 2019 with mods, and you don't need as much, like as many, I guess, because it's countable, like one mod, two mods. But anyway, you don't need as many. You get the game working as you'd like it to work, like, you know, with licenses and stuff, and mostly like cosmetics, because the graphics are pretty solid, like by default. And you know, you just gotta download a couple of like grass mods for proper turf, and then a couple of stadiums, and then the overlays and the kits, of course, which I probably mentioned before, but then again, I'm like trying to concentrate and talk, and it's kind of hard to keep track because I'm actually speaking that as I play. I'm not pre-recording because I'm kind of bad at that, you know. I just like to, you know, do it right off the bat, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So it went from like a review, a very apparently serious review from like the first minutes to an actual talk about how to fix the game. But the fact is, right out of the box, it's actually, it's not bad. It's not a bad game, but licenses are really an issue. It does lack licensing stuff. It does lack leagues, like cool leagues. Like you won't have like the Spanish league, the La Liga. You won't have the Premier League, which you can fix, and it takes minutes at best. And it's amazing. It feels a lot better in FIFA, and you have an actual like Premier League experience. I mean, Jesus Christ. The struggle is real. But, you know, trying to play and talk is really hard. But fact is, with the right mods, it is actually the greatest football game I've ever played, and I've played a lot of football games. I mean, I know what I'm talking about. I've been playing football games ever since I was 9 with Winning 11 8. That was my first football game. It was the tits back in the day, I'm not gonna lie. It was so much fun. And ever since, oh, holy shit, what's the possession? Jesus, okay, 83%. Okay, then that's quite a possession game there, I guess. Liverpool just, you know. Okay, I just screwed up. That's fine. Back to PES talk. So basically, let's go. Oh, god damn it. Where was I? I got lost again. Lost track. What was I talking about? Okay, so we were talking about, oh yeah, about mods, yeah. So it's not as much as it was before. Like the mods you need to install. If you guys want, I could make a video on like which mods you should install if you want like a legit Premier League experience or Bundesliga experience and so on. I focused a lot more on Premier League because it's my favorite league. And I find it very challenging most of the time. You know, it keeps me entertained because teams are mostly balanced. With unless you pick Liverpool, of course, it's OP, but like everything else, all the teams are pretty balanced. It's a very technical league. It's a lot more of, you know, tactics are playing a huge role. It's not much of, you know, an individual game. Like, you know, it revolves a lot more around tactics and actually knowing how to pass the ball and, you know, counter, get the timing right and stuff. It's just enjoyable, and PES does it right. It does that kind of game style pretty well. You know, if you want to play like that, just countering, and there's just like a couple of things that I don't quite appreciate about it, which I'm gonna cover now. And I'm sorry about like being all over the place with this video. Like I started talking about the game itself, and then I went to mods, and then went back to game stuff, and you know, I'm kind of as I'm saying, it's kind of hard to play and talk, mostly because I'm not a native speaker, so it's quite a struggle. But yeah, the point is, I was talking about what angers me about this game, which is basically the referee. It's a little bit too lenient when it comes to like the AI. They do let the AI do whatever they want as they please when it comes to like contact and stuff. They play aggressively, they tackle you and stuff, and it's never fault. But whenever you do that, it's a fault all the time, and it's kind of boring because every little touch, every time you tackle, every time you just, you know, you make a small physical contact, it's a fault all the time, and sometimes you lose games because of that. Because another issue which is worth mentioning is that like whenever you make a fall like close to the area, and you know, it's most certainly gonna be a goal, because for some reason they are all genius when it comes to falls. Like free kicks, they're insane free kick takers, which is not realistic at all. It's not something you see often. I mean, free kick goals do happen, of course, I'm not denying that, but not as often as they do in this game. It's insane, and like it's like every player is a Juninho. Like every player could take, like, I don't know, Rashford, and he becomes a class free kick taker. Not to mention players that are like good free kick takers like Messi and Ronaldo. They're always gonna score. I'm not even joking. I wish I was joking. It's not fun. I mean, you're playing against Juventus, you're like winning the game by 1 goal, and then like last minute thing, you end up like making a fall by mistake, which is often by mistake because of how sensitive it actually is. You don't have control over it. It's not like you press a button. You just get close, and you know, and they fall down, and it's a fall. It's like that. It's very, very, very sensitive. And it's kind of game breaking because like you dominate the whole game, you're winning by 1 goal, and then, you know, that happens, they score, and you sit like, what the actual fuck did just happen? I cannot do a thing about it. It triggers me. But yeah, I mean, if you look, see, that's what I mean. That's what I fucking mean. How is that even, like, come on. How is nothing? That's just football. I mean, I'm not sure about how it is in England, but where I live, that's not something worth off a free kick. Definitely not. And Rashford's gonna score, which I guess. Oh yeah. Okay, that was let down. Would have been a perfect example, but it didn't happen. Thankfully. I mean, Because that would be a struggle, you know, being down just one goal. Being not down, I mean, and up by one goal, they would definitely draw the match. That's something bad about AI as well. Like, sometimes they got way too OP. Like, sometimes they just hype up and start playing like Jesus. Like, you cannot stop them. They got everything right. I mean, I guess it does happen in real life, but not to that extent where you can just stop them at all. It's just, I don't know, overwhelming. I kind of hate it when it happens because you have no control over it. You cannot stop it at all. You cannot stop them. They're on fire, and there goes another one. Sorry, Manchester. That's a trio right there. Word to hear. Must be like, it's not my day. Or like, oh, my days, mate. Oh, wait, in Spanish, you would not say that. I forgot about that. It would be like, I don't know, mierda, or something. But yeah, fact is, as you can see, it's not too bad. With the right mods, it feels right, it plays right, it looks nice. And it surely is worth getting it if you want to, you know, through the life actually getting mods and stuff. And it does need modding. Like, if you don't like to mod your games, if you don't like to get like option files and stuff and patches, you probably won't enjoy it. If you care about licenses, that is. I mean, if you're happy with what comes out of the box, it's fine. I mean, it comes with a lot of stuff. It has a lot of licenses, but it does lack like the important ones, the ones that we want to play, which is a shame. But then again, if you want to go through the hassle, it actually feels so nice, like so nice. It's hands down the best. I wouldn't say the best football simulator, because like it doesn't get some leagues right, like Brazilian leagues, for instance. They don't quite play like Brazilian football. It's a little different, the approach, the way they actually, you know, I don't know how to explain, but I don't know, everything's just different. It doesn't compare to like European soccer and football. Sorry. It doesn't compare at all. It really does not compare. It's a different approach, a different way of playing, a lot more individuality and stuff, while, you know, European football revolves a lot about teamwork and stuff around teamwork and stuff, and knowing when and how to pass the ball, and, you know, tiki-taka, gegenpressing pressing and stuff. While Brazilian football is pretty much just, you know, take the ball, make your way to the goal and score. It doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter which tactical approach you take, as long as you score. That's what matters. I guess that's the main difference. And we won. It's a 3-0. That's, wow. We just roasted them. And of course, they're pretty sad. I mean, you know, Old Trafford full. They all watched that big, shameful, I wouldn't even say like defeat. That was worse than that. It was slaughter. I guess that would be a perfect word. Like, imagine like that happening in real life. Manchester getting destroyed at home. Like, they don't usually get destroyed at home, I suppose. I mean, I don't follow them that much, but I would assume, even with, you know, so with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I don't know how to spell that shit, but anyway, I mean, even, you know, considering that he's struggling a little bit with the team, I wouldn't say they would actually lose by that much. The fact is, yeah, I guess it happened. So it's up to you to judge the simulator. Then again, it's not the hardest. It's just top player. I would say it's the 4th level, so it's not really that hard to play. Superstars is a nightmare though. But yeah. Let's see. Oh, that was not the goal. Yeah, but then again, back to the main point here, which is whether PES 2020 is worth getting or not. I would say it depends. You know, the final conclusion is not like, oh, get it 100%. I mean, if you care about licenses, get it. If you don't care about licenses, get it. But bear in mind, if you do care about licenses, you can fix with mods, you know. But if you actually care about licenses, but you don't want to mod the game, you don't want to go through the hassle of actually learning how to use cider and stuff and all the, you know. Wow, wait a second there. Can we see the stats again? I want to see that. 72% possession. That was amazing. Probably the best game I've ever played possession-wise, and we had 195 successful passes. That's insane. But yeah, it was more of a gameplay video rather than just an actual, you know, preview or, you know, PES talk. But yeah, I would say the final conclusion is, if you care about licensing and if you don't mind about like modding a little bit, you know, just go for it because it's amazing. But if you don't want to touch mods and stuff, just don't get it because it's not worth it without mods. It's not like decent enough because you gotta change like the gameplay. There are a couple mods for that. Like you can get the gameplay the way you want, the AI behavior the way you want, stadiums and kits and, you know, chants and even ad boards. You can modify everything. That's the great thing about PES, which you don't have in FIFA. Everything's modifiable. So if you don't like X thing or Y thing, you can actually replace that and, you know, shape the game your way. And I say that open platform, let's just call it that way, like an open, fully moddable, not fully, but like partially moddable platform where you can actually shape the game in a way. I say that's a very, very, very positive factor if you're willing to go through the hassle, you know, because you can make the game the way you want it to be. I mean, if you want to play with classic teams, if you want to play with tight kits or, you know, normal kits, if you want to play with different fonts, you know, you can do whatever you want. Literally, you can do whatever you want, and that's the most amazing thing about PES. When it comes to that, I mean, you can even make your own ad boards, for God's sake, your own team. Not like you cannot do that in FIFA, but you can like draw the kits on Photoshop, import them into the game, and have like an actual Adidas kit or Nike and stuff. It's crazy, and it's actually not that hard. So like, if you guys actually want to see how to mod the game, how to get it like the way you want, how to get kits, how to get cider working, how to get ad boards, the scoreboards, just comment down below and I can, you know, deliver a lot more content in that regard. And I'm sorry about the fact that this video was a little bit, I would say, confusing, you know, lots of rambling, but yeah, we got to the point. That's what matters. So about you in here. Oh yeah, I forgot one thing. I'm gonna show you guys actually not I don't know what happened there. It's top players, you can see top player, and somehow we managed to just destroy Manchester. That was, wow. It seems like I concentrate a lot more when I'm talking. That's a miracle, because like most people actually, it's the opposite. Like, hence why most like YouTubers, they don't even record when they don't even like talk when they are recording. They talk over it afterwards because of that. Apparently it seems like it does help me, so I guess I'd be recording and talking a lot more. That would save me a lot of work, and I guess would save me a lot of shame as well, because, you know, we actually win. We actually get beastie at this shit. So if you guys want to see more Pro Evolution Soccer related content stuff, just let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe if you are not subscribed yet. And thank you for watching. Have a great day or night or afternoon or whatever. And most importantly, stay a homie. Adios. Oh yeah, there you go.